do 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 do. She wants to dance like a mother and bury me till I confess. Wait, those are two different bands. Or are they? How's it going, guys? I am Zeke, and welcome back to my channel. And today, as you can tell, we have another Let's Draw today. This was an idea that I've had for quite a while, actually, that I thought would be super fun to do, and it's just got that level of creativity that I think would be very good to have for a video. We are going to be doing a Let's Draw of sort of a mashup between Fall Out Boy and Gorillaz. Gorillaz is probably my favorite band of all time, if you can call them a band. I don't have much background on Fall Out Boy. All I can really say about Fall Out Boy is that I was a very big fan of their music for a long time. I think that they could be really creative with their lyrics. It's very interesting. I love the lyrics to their songs so much. They're just a really talented group. I was a much bigger fan of their older music, a lot more of the punk music, but to each their own, I guess. The big thing about Gorillaz is it's actually just Damon Albarn doing the music. He collabs with people, like there's a lot of collaboration going on, but he takes care of the music, whereas Jamie Hewlett actually animates them, as you can see, because there's the virtual band of 2D, Russell, Murdoch, and Noodle, and Jamie Hewlett animates them. And I love the aesthetic of this whole band. I love the storyline that comes along with it. There's plenty of videos on YouTube and stuff telling the entire storyline of the Gorillaz phases, and it is super cool. It's very interesting. I love how it is set up. And I noticed that the bands aren't too far apart from each other in terms of their look. So what I thought would actually be a really cool thing was that I could combine two bands into one sketch. Obviously a fan art. I'm gonna have to work a bit on my Gorillaz sketches. The way that I was thinking of doing this was that I would obviously just use them as a base, but then it would be the features of the Fall Out Boy members. So then it almost looks like them in the Gorillaz universe. It's gonna be pretty difficult because I think it just comes down to it. Fan art can be pretty difficult because you just like me, I'm a guy that works very much with construction, so my art style is very symmetrical and detailed, but not so much detailed, but there isn't too much wackiness with it. I try to keep it true to the human figure, just with a little couple of fun things thrown in there. This is how I start to draw my heads. So I will do it like this, and then I bring it down like that, and then I have my construction line, or my direction lines, like that. That's how I draw my heads. I see a lot of people like they might start out with a base, but then they'll just go like super wacky with the shape. Even if you just look at how they're set up on here, like it's almost just like one solid shape, like this. Then you got it like that. And like this guy up here looks like this. That is very much not how I do it. My stuff is very structured, very, I guess, built. My art style depends very much on the construction. I can't do much freehand. I really need to have that base there before I can go into the detail like this. I'm gonna try it out, see what I can do. There might be a couple times where I have to restart my planning sketches, which honestly that's just part of the project. But what I'm gonna do now is I am just going to go in and try and do a rough sketch of I'm gonna try and get their details down on these faces. So I think obviously the way that we're gonna do this is we're gonna mix Patrick with 2D, of course. Just try and get instruments, or like if they have a look, I'm gonna combine them. Like obviously you would combine Pete Wentz with Murdoch. So I totally forgot this guy's name. The guitarist is going to be represented on Noodle, and then the drummer is going to be represented on Russell. Of course, what are their names? Patrick Stump, Pete Wentz, Joe Troman, and then Andy. Oh yeah, Joe and Andy. That's their names. And then from then on, I think we will just try to go into it. This is going to be quite a challenging piece, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it very much, and I'm hoping that you guys are too. No time like the present. Let's get started.
My life like I lost my way, so no loose ends, nothing to see me down. How are we going to work this out? Dreams are bad, our heads are mad. I love the girl, but God only knows it's getting hard.
Okay. This is really hard. There's just something about Jamie Hewlett's style that's so unique, I guess, that it's really hard to replicate it. It's like I mentioned before we started, it's definitely not the way that I do it. It seems like his can be much more free-handed, whereas I'm a guy that needs construction. I need anatomy to it. And that's not an insult or anything to his art. In fact, I very much respect people that can just freehand their art. I really need to start picking up that skill. I think that would benefit me a lot. But oh gosh, okay. So let's just look at these. I'm probably gonna change some of these. I am gonna change some stuff about these going forward. Actually, what I'm gonna say, I absolutely love how Joe turned out. It looks like the best combination of Joe and Noodle, to where like you can tell that it's Noodle, but then like it's also like, oh, but it's Joe, because it's like it's got the curly hair and stuff. So then we got this is, we're gonna put Murdoch / Pete. And we got 2D / Pat. Because the whole thing with this one, I think that the style can really be worked with. It's just about combining those other features in to make the characters look like the other band members. I think I like this. I think that we can continue with this. I don't know. Maybe it's just looking at it raw like that instead of looking at what it could be with the final sketch. But he doesn't seem like a guy that would be like I gave him angry eyebrows. Just going off of some of the references I had of 2B. It's just his that I'm really mixed on, because you don't see a lot of facial hair in the Gorillaz style. I guess that's what I was sort of going for, just sort of adding the lines instead of an actual shape. I look like a tozy right now, with how my hair is coming out of the sides and then where the beanie is. I look like a tozy. Maybe if I give him more hair. Let's try this. Let's take away the ears, because if you look at how his hair looks, like it gets curly at the bottom and then it just goes all over the place. Let's try giving him just like an actual facial hair shape. So he's just got like a faint mustache, like that, and then he's got the beard at the bottom. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just combining two people that don't look alike at all. Even if you look at just Joe, like obviously he's not like a kid like that, but he's got very light features, you know. So it works when you combine him with a younger person like that. But then you've got Andy, who's also got very light features, and then you're trying to combine him with a fat black dude. I'm going to try and find a picture of either the band or of the Gorillaz members to where you can reference it back to one photo and then say like, oh look, they combined the two. Like, I don't want to completely redo any poses or anything. I think it would be very cool if we found just one picture of either band. Before we get started, I almost forgot to do my typical pre-run of my art specs. So as you guys know, I have my art pens right here. These are Faber-Castell pens, the 8-pack that you can buy. You can buy it online, you can buy it in a local Michael's or a local Hobby Lobby, any art supply store that you might be near. Before we get started, I am gonna put some lining over these and see what I like the best, because the lining on the Gorillaz characters is very, very thin, and it's got that sort of grittier aesthetic to it. So I'm just gonna see what works, and they don't even have like an outer outline, which I always have on mine. Even, gosh, even on my one Demon Days remake, which you can find on my Instagram, shameless plug, Sandbox illustration in the description. I have an F, which I think is a 0.3. It's quite thick, but what I'm thinking is, if I just use this throughout the whole thing and then not add a thicker outline, it'll stay true to the Gorillaz look. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the F, and then I'm gonna use the XS like this. No thicker outline though. Those will be the only pens that I'm using. These are my Fila colored pencils, 152 pack. But you know, there's honestly just no time like right now. Oh, you know what? That did not show up on the camera. I did not see the angle that I had to look at. I'm so sorry about that. But yeah, so this is how it looks with the 0.3. Anyways, I think we should just get into it, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm hoping that you guys are looking forward to it, because I am. Anyways, we'll see you on the other side with the finished artwork. Enjoy.
Get up, never chance. So what you doing? Gotta get money. Keep what you doing. Can't stand your loneliness. Can't stand your loneliness. Can't stand your loneliness. Can't stand your loneliness. Shoot not life. Enjoy it up a lot though. You won't get money from doing what you love. I'm moving out of city. Bitter of a second chance. Get a lot of problems. We get a lot of problems. Can't stand your loneliness. Can't stand your loneliness. Can't stand your loneliness. Can't stand your loneliness.
of it. That took about 50 minutes. I am absolutely stoked with how this turned out. I think it turned out perfectly. I think it perfectly communicates the Gorillaz aspect, and then when I put the color in, it'll show the members of Fall Out Boy even more. Honestly, the Andy Russell mashup was the one that I was most concerned about, and that's probably my favorite part about this. I think it looks awesome. It's just so cool. I thought the tattoo sleeves were very fun to do. His t-shirt that I got, I did the one skull. I don't know what it is, but if we go back, yeah, it's just like the skull that has been part of the Gorillaz look for a while. And I put in some small line shading, not very prominent, just enough to sort of define the edges a bit more, because I just don't want the piece to blend too much into itself. I think now all that we have to do is just color, and we'll be done for the day. I hope that you guys will enjoy the coloring section. It's gonna be quite a bit. I'm very tired, very tired now. My hand's sore. But yeah, there's really nothing much else that I have to say. So let's just get into it. Enjoy.
Are you here with me? Just looking out on the day of another dream, where you can't get what you want, but you can get me. So let's set out to see, 'cause you are my medicine.
I'm gonna take these off. Alrighty guys, that is it. That is, I don't know what to call this. Fallout Gorilla Boy? Well, that's actually kinda cool. So, this is my mashup between Gorillaz and Fall Out Boy. Two bands that have impacted me very much, growing up. When I was younger, and still today even, I still love both of these bands. A lot of it came together really well. like I said, I was mostly afraid about these two because I didn't know if they were gonna work or not. So if you look at Andy, like, he's such a scrawny dude, I didn't think that look would carry over well if I were to make him into Murdoch. But it came out great. I love, gosh, it's just such a nice blend between the two. If you were to put a picture of either of them, or like both of them up next to him, in fact, you know what? Let's do it right now. Boom. There we go. We got Noodle here. We got Joe there. Oh, it's just such a cool mix between the two. It's almost just like you took Noodle's face and put it on Joe. I love 2D. If you could tell, when I was originally inking this, I tried to give him like a reflective look in his eyes, and when I did that, I realized it made him look like a demon. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I am a dink. I signed it and everything, so it's pretty much done, but I forgot to fill in Murdoch Wince's mouth. See what I did there? I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Wait, so does that mean, because 2D, his real name is Stu Pot. Oh, so that means that he could either be Patrick Pot or Stu Stump. He turned out great. I love the color of his hair. I was really afraid about the sideburns. Look really cool, and I love how those carried over. Oh gosh, I'm just so glad this is done. A cool thing that I like about the Murdoch Wince mixture, or Murdoch Pete mixture, why did I just call him Wince? Because if you look at pictures of the band, he's got like a fairly dark skin tone, and then Murdoch is green, but I didn't necessarily want to make him green. I thought that would just look like Murdoch if you were wearing different clothes. So what I did with it was, since he's a bit tanner, I gave him like a yellow look, almost looking like a crappy spray tan. But I am glad to say that this is finished. We got Gorilla Boy. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna write that up here. Gorilla Boy. Boom. Band of the 21st century. Let's go. Oh, also, check this out. You guys, my room's a bit of a mess right now, but you guys are currently looking at my current room. It's all fully been put together. In fact, I'm now able to record videos in it once again. Yeah, like, this is my bed. There's a nice twin bed for you. Anyways, I've been talking for a lot. This is all that I'm gonna say is thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming along with this for what was about 3 hours for me. Will be a couple minutes for you guys. But anyways, we'll see you guys later. Subscribe, of course. Like the video. Show it to your friends. That'll pretty much be it. Bye.